Good morning, Storytime friends. Today's story is Once Upon a Winter Day. The story and pictures by Liza Woodruff. Jocko, who do you think made those tracks? I think it's a mouse. Once Upon a Winter Day by Liza Woodruff. Milo was looking for a story, but his mother was busy. "Why don't you go play in the snow?" she asked. Milo bundled up and plodded outside. He didn't want to play in the snow. He wanted a story. He stomped a path from the house to the bird feeder. Beneath the feeder, tiny footprints sprinkled the ground. "A mouse was here," said Milo. Did the mouse have a story to tell? What do you think the mouse is doing underneath that bird feeder? Milo followed the tracks to the winterberry bush. All the red berries had disappeared. As he brushed the branches, snow fell away, revealing a single feather. What had happened here? Looks like some cedar waxwings. And one of them dropped a berry. A cold wind crept beneath Milo's scarf. The trail led to the shelter of the forest. Beneath the hemlock trees, branches littered the ground. Why had they fallen like autumn leaves? What animal is up there chewing? Has prickly quills? Milo wove through the trees, trailing the little prints. Loose clods of dirt scattered at his feet. Who had dug beneath the snow? Had they been looking for acorns? Do you know what animals these are? Here's that little mouse with his berry. Milo's breath rose in clouds as he hurried onward. He followed the tracks out of the trees until he came to the creek. A smooth rut slid down the bank. Who had been gliding in the snow? And he's holding, looks like a fish skeleton. These are otters. Milo zigged and zagged away from the creek and across the field. He followed the footprints until suddenly they stopped. Something had brushed the tiny tracks away. Yeah! Had the bird calling in the distance swooped into the snow? That bird is chasing someone. Milo, dinner time! Was it really time to go inside? He headed home, walking beside the tiny footprints until they disappeared down a hole. Maybe the mouse had gone home too. See the mouse carrying the berry into the tunnel in the woodpile. Looks like there's some seeds there too. Inside, the smell of soup made Milo's stomach grumble. He's brought back some things too to show his mother. Do you want me to read you some stories after dinner? His mother asked. Milo shook his head as he laid out what he had found. This time, he said, I have stories for you. And here's the animals that we saw in the story: the northern cardinal, red squirrel, river otters, a deer mouse, red-tailed hawks, cedar waxwing, a red fox, white-tailed deer, a porcupine, and a hairy woodpecker. You might want to look at the story again to see if you can find those animals. They're hard to find sometimes. See you next week.